All right, we are good. We are good to go here. A little earlier stream in the week for y'all. Week 7 college football. We got all the fellas here tonight. I know my boy Jose. He's gonna go watch the Dodgers tomorrow, and yeah, I'm gonna be out of town, so we got an earlier stream for you. But how's everybody doing tonight?
Excited, up 2-0 in the series. I don't know. I mean, listen, all I got to say is any baseball fans out there, any Dodger fans out there, I don't know why. I don't know. It doesn't make any difference who we pull out of the bullpen. They blow every single opportunity. It's very, very frustrating. It doesn't matter who we put back there. But we won. We're up 2-0. And we have a chance to close it out tomorrow, which I think we will against Aaron Nola. But, Dodgers doing good. College football is in full swing, and college basketball starts in a month from now, John. You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
ready. There's a bunch of really good exhibition games coming up in the next week and a half.
Yeah.
A lot of games that you can watch on ESPN Plus, or you'll be able to keep up with it somehow. So, but I'm excited for college basketball. I've been starting to really focus over there and get ready for the season. So,
Yeah, I mean, anyone that doesn't know, like college sports are, that's all, like that's our shit right there. But college basketball, at least for John and I, like that's where we really, really make our money. So
yeah,
yeah, I got a month left.
we may
Time to
be
lock in.
we may be having a really good college football season, but
We are.
if college basketball goes how I think, this is going to be a great year for us. So, because
Yeah.
we're really good at college basketball. My boy Big T's here with us tonight, getting ready for the Bassmasters Classic. It sounds like my boy going fishing every weekend. How you doing, Big T?
We're good. Good to be here. Ready. We got games starting tomorrow. We was talking about before the stream, so we're gonna
Yeah,
have full 5 or 6 days of ball.
yeah. Well, we'll hop into it real quick. Let's do a little recap on Week 6. Not the craziest slate of games, but we did see some upsets. I'll kind of go through it here. Illinois holds off Purdue. We had that for a half unit. Jose, what is that? What is our record and our units? I know we went 2-2 last week, but we hit our two bigger bets.
Yeah, officially we're 14-6 on the season with our best bets. If you're just following the picks that we give out on the show or on Reddit, up 8.5 units. So I think anyone tailing would take that.
Yep.
And yeah, we're doing really good so far. Really good so far.
Illinois handles business. Purdue's defense just really isn't there. Illinois was pretty explosive. That was a shootout. That was a fun game. I watched a lot of it. Washington, Maryland. That was a really good game. Maryland probably should have won that game, but you can't trust Mike Loxley. Thank God they covered. But yeah, Washington comes back in the fourth quarter to win that game. Did you guys see any of that game?
Yeah, Maryland actually has a pretty good team. They got some good young talent on that.
Yeah,
team.
they've got a lot of freshmen.
A lot of freshmen and good freshmen too. Now,
Yeah,
they probably won't be there next year, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, Maryland does have a little bit of money. They got the
Yeah,
Under
they
Armour
do.
money.
yeah,
They
they
got
do.
some
Yeah.
Under Armour money there, so who knows? But I mean,
They may
this
be
team
able
is a
to
lot
keep
better
them.
than what we thought.
Yeah,
It's a lot better than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah,
I didn't watch this game, but when I checked the score, it was like 17-0, 20. I don't know how they lost. I guess I didn't watch it, but
yeah.
when you told me they lost, I couldn't believe it because last time I checked, it was like 20-0 in the third quarter.
Yeah. And it's a good thing they covered anyways, but it's a good thing to kind of keep up with this. I use Bet 365 for a lot of my bets, and if a college football team goes up 17, the bet pays out no matter what. So, yeah. So I mean, some of these books have some weird rules like that, but you just got to kind of keep up with it. Notre Dame handles Boise. Boise tried to hang in there, and then Notre Dame pulled away in the fourth. Ohio State dominated Minnesota. What else? Cincinnati, Jose. You want to talk about Cincinnati real quick? I know you were big on them. Watched a lot of that game. Cincinnati takes care of Iowa State at home.
Yeah, it's a team that I didn't think I'd be big on this year. I mean, in the preseason, we talked about how this team was probably going to be a corpse. We did not like Scott Satterfield. The team itself, we didn't really care for. Now, we did praise Brendan Sorsby. We thought he was a good player. Besides him, there was not that much talent on this roster. But look, again, we've said this before. Any good podcast should admit when they were wrong. And this time we'll admit it. We're wrong in a good way. Like, we were wrong on Cincinnati. We said this team was ass, and they're not. They're actually pretty damn good. They actually have a chance to compete in the Big 12, guys. I'm telling you, if you look at that schedule and look at the teams they play against, I would not hate a shot on Cincinnati to win the Big 12 because they have an opportunity to really, really do some damage. But listen, Satterfield saving his job. Like, he's probably the front runner right now for Big 12 Coach of the Year. This team, offensively, a lot of talent. Sorsby is looking amazing back there. The run game looks great as well. Corleone, I think he's like an 8th-year senior at this point. He looks fantastic. The defense makes some key plays when needed. Look, this is a team I'll probably keep backing. Iowa State was a team I was looking to fade. So it was kind of, the best of both worlds in that scenario. But going forward, I mean, as long as they keep giving us pretty good numbers on Cincinnati, I know T and I bet them week 1 and kind of been betting them ever since. I'll keep riding this wave until the books get smart and sharpen up on them. But for now, I still think a lot of the people and the books themselves have like this preconception that Cincinnati's ass, when in reality they're actually pretty damn good.
Yeah. Let's head over there to Florida and Texas, our other bigger bet of the week. And one we really didn't have to sweat here, guys. Texas, they're not good. We've been saying they're not very good. Arch is not very good, and Florida kind of showed that at home here.
Yeah, it seems like
Lagway.
Yeah.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I thought Lagway actually played pretty decent. By far his best game this year. And that's what we said in last week's show, too. It was like, if their offense could just figure something out, like, they ain't got to be perfect, but, I mean, just limit the turnovers and figure out a way to get some points, then they'll win some games. And that's exactly what they did against this team. Look, Texas offense is shit. I mean, it's shit.
Arch
is shit. They had a couple of big plays. But that was really about it, man. And I didn't watch a whole. I mean, I saw bits and pieces. I was at the lake, so I saw bits and pieces of it on my phone and highlights and stuff afterwards. But their offense is shit. Arch is shit, I guess. But we talked about Florida having a really good defense, and they were going to absolutely give Arch fits, and they did. And they were able to figure some stuff out on offense that they haven't been able to do so far this year to put some points on the board and come away with the win. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Gun to your head right now. Gun to your head right now. Is Arch Manning the starting quarterback of Texas week 1 next season?
Literally, I was just about to say, in a joking way, I was just about to say, for you NFL teams that are tanking for Arch, guess what? He ain't gonna be in the draft next year. He gonna be playing for New Mexico or something. So
now calm down.
Be ready.
T, is he starting next year at Texas or no? Week 1 or you say no?
If they keep losing these games, no shot, right? There's no chance.
I mean, he's got to get significantly better. Like, he does not look good back there at all. Better. Now, we talked about how this was a massive step up in competition. Florida's defense is no joke, and I want to give credit to Billy Napier because this was an absolute perfect spot for his team to quit on him. Right, coming out of the bye, you're 1-3 in the season. Your quarterback sucks. Like, so much media pressure on you. Your team could have easily quit. And we've seen time and time again when Billy Napier's back is against the wall, his team actually produces. So for any, AD out there looking to hire this guy, if he gets fired, gets canned by Florida, just know his players must really like him because they are going out there and they're playing hard for this guy. And that matters in this day and age with NIL and how easy it is to opt out. The fact that his players are still bought in, credit to Billy Napier, and a big win, a massive win for that program, honestly.
Yeah, it's a little bit of deja vu, right? This is the same scenario Billy Napier was in last year, and he comes out and he saves himself. He has the opportunity to do this again. Florida's schedule is really, really tough the next 4 weeks. They can pull off some big wins here the next 4 weeks, and Billy could be there for another year. You just don't know.
Now the problem is that they don't want to be in the scenario where where his back's against the wall every year. But when he's there, he produces, and I say credit to him, I guess.
Yeah. Bama handles Vanderbilt. I didn't see a whole lot of this game, but Bama seems to just, after that week 1 hiccup, they've really been humming, it seems like. Either when you see a whole lot of this game or
just bits and pieces of it. Ty Simpson's
he's submitted him up towards the top of the Heisman race.
Yeah, I mean, Buddy's playing lights out. He just looks like he's completely in control. You heard Kirby talk about it after the Georgia game too. Of just like he throws the ball on time. He knows where to go with it. He protects the ball. He just seems to be really in control of the offense. Yeah, and that's really hard to deal with when you got a guy like that. And Jeremy Bernard has really stepped up, I thought, for them too on offense. Yeah. Over Ryan Williams.
I had some thoughts this week that a lot of these untested quarterbacks that had a lot of questions are really settling in and proving themselves here the last few weeks. They're really calmed themselves down. The games, they're starting to get the game under their feet, all of them except for Arch. But I've been really impressed with Sayin, Ty Simpson, a lot of these kids have really started to settle in and get their feet under them. CJ Carr, so yeah, all of them but Arch.
I just want to say I did watch a majority of this game. I actually didn't bet this game. I wanted to take Vanderbilt. I didn't. Glad I didn't because they didn't cover. But I'll tell you what, guys, this Vanderbilt team deserves a lot of credit. And Clark Lee or Leia, whatever his name is, the head coach, deserves a lot of credit because this team was not outmatched. Like they were going toe for toe, blow for blow with Alabama in this game. Now I know the final score may look kind of wide, but it was not that wide. Like Pavia played okay, had a couple red zone turnovers. He doesn't have those. Maybe it's a different story. But overall, like the way we envisioned Vandy of looking, the way we grew up, the Vanderbilt team that we grew up watching, that's not this Vanderbilt team. And as long as they keep their head coach, they're going to be like a legitimate squad. And I'll tell you what, they have a bye week this week. They play against LSU at home. Like they could win that game. Yeah. They play against Texas. Texas is down. That's a game they could win. Like if you told me Vanderbilt beat Texas this year, I would not be shocked. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoff or anything like that, but this team is not done winning and they're not done beating some good teams. So just keep an eye out for them, guys, because this is a legitimate squad. Like they have players on this roster.
Yeah. Virginia handles Louisville in overtime. Virginia's got a real chance here to go to the ACC title game. Penn State loses to UCLA on the road. For what it's worth, guys, Penn State had not played anyone up until Oregon. They lost to Oregon. Oregon was in control the majority of that game. They go play UCLA. They lose on the road. Penn State does not have, I believe they do not have a G5 win or a G4 win on the season. Their strength of schedule is near the bottom. Penn State is not as good as people thought, just like Texas. And it kind of shows here. UCLA at home, Nico plays really well, kind of shreds the defense. And, you kind of also got to wonder here how much Deshaun Foster, the impact he had on this team. And the players really just didn't play for him, it seems like. I don't know. Because I thought UCLA would have a little bit of talent, but it did show this week. UCLA pulls the upset, a big upset at home.
Penn State got cooked, huh?
Yeah, they're done. Stick a fork in them. I don't care anymore. I'm done with this team. I'm done.
James Franklin gone after this year? No, I'm all seriousness. James Franklin gone after this year. He has proved time and time again he cannot win the big game.
Listen, the problem with firing a coach like James Franklin is that, like, at the end of the day, Penn State's still probably going to win like 9 games this year, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of programs would kill for that, right? And it's not like Penn State is like some true like national power. Like they are like one of the better teams in college football historically, and they have a lot of history, but they're not on that same level as Ohio State, as Texas, as Bama. They're just not. They're like that. They're like that notch below, right? And those teams that are on the next level up, those are the ones we expect to compete for national titles. Now, if you're Penn State, are you okay with that? Do you want to compete for national titles? Yeah, of course you do. You want to get rid of James Franklin? Sure. But I'm just saying the grass is not always greener, guys.
Yeah.
You could turn it to Nebraska. You could turn it to Nebraska. You could turn it to Michigan before they had Harbaugh. You know what I mean? Like there's just so much uncertainty here. You know what you get out of James Franklin. You're going to win 9 or 10 games. But this was a terrible loss. I honestly think that at the end of the season, it's going to be one of those situations where they don't fire him because you really can't fire him. It'll be one of those mutually parting of ways, and he'll take a job like, I don't know, like UCLA maybe. I think that's a good job for him. But ultimately, I do think this is the last season for him because that loss cannot happen. Like with the roster you have and the talent you have, and like for Drew, and I'll say this: like Drew Aller, he didn't play all that bad in this game. In fact, it was probably one of his better games. To be honest with you, the loss is not on him. But when you're the quarterback for Penn State and you guys lose that game, you're going to get one of the first. The fingers will point at you first, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. If you're the head, if you're the CEO of a company, if you're the manager of a company, and it's doing bad, even though you may not be the main reason, they're going to point the finger at you. You want to be the man, you're going to take a lot of unnecessary heat. And he didn't play bad, but he's still the quarterback, and they're gonna, make jokes about him.
Yeah,
but that loss cannot happen.
Yeah, and last but not least here, Miami handles Florida State. Was up the majority of the game, kind of let off the gas. Florida State scores 19 in the fourth, but regardless, Miami wins and covers. Miami looks like a complete team here, and they're going to be a threat in the college football playoff. Any comment on that game real quick before we hop into week 7?
I'm very impressed.
Yeah. Real quickly here, I have the odds pulled up to make the college football playoff. I wanted to see if any value stood out to you guys. Are you seeing anything here that you would be like, that's it? That really like that play. Any plus money odds for from either of you on any of these teams. That North Texas South Florida game, which we're gonna break down, that's gonna be a huge
that's
game.
gonna be fire.
It's pretty much an eliminator right there.
Yeah.
Just looking at those odds right there, I mean, there's two that stick out to me from a pure talent perspective, and just the conference they're in. That's Utah plus 450 because I still think they're one of the more talented teams in the Big 12.
Yeah.
On paper, and then TCU 8-1.
Yeah.
Loss. They have a loss as well, but I still think they have the best quarterback in the conference. So those two stick out to me. But nothing that I would be rushing to bet, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. You see USC there plus 600, Vandy plus 600. Yeah, I mean Georgia Tech, Missouri. So, but anyways, let's get into week 7 here, and we are going to start with the weekday games, and we have a big one on Friday night. South Florida travels to North Texas. This line is flipped. North Texas is plus 1.5 at home, minus 105 on the money line. Pretty much a pick 'em here. I'm on North Texas. I like North Texas at home. The offense has been playing really well. I really like their quarterback, and the defense actually is pretty. The defense is pretty good here. I think that they're going to be able to kind of hang with South Florida. I kind of lean the home field advantage here, and South Florida still has some question marks on the offensive line, in my opinion. That's kind of going to be the downfall here. Is I don't think their offensive line is going to hold up against North Texas and this defense. They are 7th in creating turnovers. They're 8th in holding them in pass yards. So South Florida is going to have to try to run the ball here. And I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that with their offensive line. Offensively, North Texas is 10th in red zone efficiency, 20th in first downs, 20th in sacks allowed. They protect their quarterback, 8th in points, and they protect the ball, 13th in turnovers. I really like North Texas here at home. I think the home field's going to show up. It's a big game. They know it. Give me North Texas on the money line.
Was there an injury or something for the line to flip like that?
No, sir. Just pure money.
Yeah, just money on South Florida. I think
it's pure money.
I'll look to see what they're taking.
But it would make sense. It would make sense because South Florida has some national wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've beaten Boise State. They've beaten Florida. Like you
They
would
also
think.
South Florida's had a lot of exposure too. So
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your average bettor, initially when they saw that South Florida was a dog against North Texas, they probably went to bet South Florida.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.
But North Texas has some players, boys. Their quarterback, Drew Mestaker, is really, really. I really like his game. I went back and watched a few of their games. Now I'm not gonna lie, they did. I think they won an overtime against South Alabama earlier in the season. That was a close call. Maybe not as good as his 5-0 record indicates, but I also think that South Florida is not as good as his 4-1 record indicates. This goes all the way back to Boise State. The game where they blew out Boise State, and I thought to myself, I came away thinking to myself, like, damn, like how did they blow them out? They didn't even look that good, at least not to me. It's a team I was looking to fade. They just kept winning, and I'll give them credit. Like they have some massive wins, right? Boise and Florida are two legitimate wins, big time wins for a program like South Florida. But overall, I still haven't been too impressed just with their overall body, with their body of work, yes, but just the way they've looked in these games, no. I'm going to side with John here. I'm going to take North Texas. A massive game. This is an eliminator for North Texas. I still think if South Florida loses this game, if they run the table and get some help, they could still probably get into the playoff just because of who they've beaten. But if you're North Texas, you have to have this game. Like this is a game you have to win if you want to keep your CFP hopes alive. Playing at home Friday night. This is what we live for. Like me, you, John, Tyler. Like we live for games like this, right? Because this is not a marquee game in terms of the national spotlight, right? Like your average person is not going to understand how big of a game North Texas is against South Florida. But this is absolutely massive. You're going to watch two quality football teams play ball with a chance to make the CFP down the line. This is what we're excited for. This is what we live for. It reminds me of that Boise State UNLV game last year on Friday.
Yeah.
On a Friday night. I can't wait to watch this one. I have this one circled on my calendar the second I saw this thing pop up in schedule. I'm going to take North Texas. I don't know if I want to best bet this one, but I'm sure I'll have some money on them in some capacity. So give me the Mean Green. Very interesting nickname.
Yeah. Tyler, you got to play on this game.
I'll be rolling North Texas with y'all as well. I mean, just simply the line change like that is crazy. Going from being favored to now dogs at home just for the amount of money. But now I'll be rolling North Texas as well. I mean, me and Jose watched that South Florida game together. And, I mean, it was a fake punt on 4th down.
Yeah, there was a
No
lot
Justin
of so
touchdown. It
a
was
lot of stuff
of
that like there had a
everything.
lot of stuff go their way.
Everything.
Even in that, in that Florida game that they beat Florida, how healthy was Lagway? Like Lagway had a bye week, looked a lot better this past week. So it makes me really think like how healthy was this guy when the season started?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could take some holes out of their wins.
Yeah, I feel like they just had everything possible good that could go their way has gone their way so far. That's not sustainable. So yeah, I'll roll North Texas as well.
Yeah. And note the over under here is 67.5. That's a big total. So this is going to be a shootout. I think this is going to be a great game. Maybe
this is must see.
Yeah, one of the game of the weeks here. So
this is must see TV.
All three of us on North Texas here. Go Mean Green, baby. But we're going to keep rolling on here to let's see. I believe the next one will be Alabama and Missouri. Alabama -3. This line opened up, I believe, around Alabama -6.5. This has dropped a ton. Jose, you got anything on this game? I have no play officially, but I'm curious. You got a play on this game?
I do have a play on this game. Give me Missouri +3. Listen, first of all, we're going to find out how good Bo Pribula really is. Because a lot of people have been saying that Penn State should have kept him over Drew Aller, and I kind of agree with that, but he hasn't played anybody. Now he's playing a legitimate squad, right? Big-time opponent, big-time matchup, Drinkwitz. Now's your time to show up, okay? You've been crying for the playoff every single year. Show us you deserve it this year. But what Missouri does well, I'm still not convinced Alabama can stop, right? Missouri wants to run the ball, and they have a really good running back, Ahmad Hardy. They have a really good backfield, and Pribula could run the ball as well, right? I know Alabama won by double digits last week against Vanderbilt, but Pavia ran the ball all over these boys. He really did. And Cedric Alexander had a couple long runs. Like, I'm still not convinced Alabama can stop the run, right? For Missouri, this is their sixth straight game at home. A lot of comfortability right now, right? They don't have to travel like Alabama does. They've been playing at home every single week. They've had this game circled on their schedule since it came out. I'm sure Drinkwitz is putting together a plan even in the offseason just for this game specifically. Because if you look at the past 5 opponents Missouri has played, you kind of expect them to beat all those guys, right? Maybe except Kansas, but for the most part, you expect them to beat all those teams. Don't game plan for them for as much for those ones. This is the game you're game planning for. You have to have this game if you're Missouri. Massive game for the program. Again, Alabama, Ty Simpson looks great. DeBoer, still a big fan of his. I still think he can coach. They're going to put up points, but I'm getting 3 points at home with a dog, with a team that can run the ball the way they can, which is Alabama's weakness. I'm still not convinced in that run D. I feel like you have to take Missouri here. You have to. Just given the way the programs are, the way this program is headed, and what they do well, you have to. Alabama has to show me they could stop the run and do it on the road. That's tough, So give me Missouri +3. This probably will be a best bet. I'll have some real coin on it. +130 on the money line. I don't hate it, but I like the 3 more. Just give yourself that field goal cushion. But yeah, I'll hit the Tigers. And like I said, Drinkwitz been crying every single year to get to the playoff. Now's your chance. Show us why you deserve to get in.
Missouri's coming off a bye too, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Tyler, you got anything on this game?
Yeah, as of right now, I'm going to lean Missouri as well. And for the one reason that Jose mentioned, Ahmad Hardy, he's a stud. He's an absolute stud at running back. It's an absolute stud. And I know Alabama did end up covering, but that was a touchdown, that they scored late to end up covering in that game. And then that's back-to-back road trips. That second road trip can be really tricky for a lot of teams, and it's hard to win on the road, really anywhere, but especially on a back-to-back road trip. I think Missouri's defense is actually pretty good as well. I don't think they get a whole lot of credit either. I think, they get Pribula and Ahmad Hardy kind of get the spotlight when it comes to this Missouri team, but I think they actually have a really good defense. They have a really good run game. Like I said, Ahmad, I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a dog. And I think they'll be able to keep this game close, barring, Pribula's first big test. If he can protect the ball, they'll be okay. So I guess we'll find out when it comes to him. But yeah, as of right now, I'll lean Missouri as well.
Yeah, I have no play on this game. When I wish I would have hopped on it when the line first opened. If I remember correctly, it was +6.5 on Sunday morning, and I was just like, man, that seems like a lot of points for Missouri at home off the bye week. But I have no play, but I do lean Missouri as well. And we're going to head over now to Ohio State traveling to Illinois, -14.5 Ohio State. I'm all over the Buckeyes here. My biggest bet of the week. I believe in Ohio State's defense. Ohio State has given me nothing to fade them. They've given up the most points all year. They've given up is 9 points to Ohio. Last week, I watched them play in Minnesota. They sat their starters the entire fourth quarter. They're rested. I'm not worried about them traveling. Ohio the last time Illinois played a good defense in Indiana, we saw what happened. Indiana's defense isn't as good as Ohio State's. I think Ohio State is going to shut this team down. I don't believe in Illinois. I still believe they're frauds. I will fade Illinois every chance I get. And you're giving me a good team here in Ohio State. I would lay this up to 3 touchdowns. I think Ohio State wins like 38-7. To be honest with you, I'm all over Ohio State. I love Ohio State. Defensively, they're literally top 5 in pretty much every statistical category. The offense has been playing really well as well. Sayin looks really good. They're 9th in yards per play. They're 4th in sacks allowed. Like the offensive line is insane. And they can rotate their offensive line out. I mean, they have two starting offensive linemen like cores, like 5 guys and 5 other guys. It's just ridiculous. I will fade this. I love Ohio State. I'll fade Illinois every chance I get. Ohio State's defense is going to win them a championship, in my opinion. This is better than Georgia's defense in like 2021 or whatever. This defense is absolutely insane. So give me the Buckeyes.
Jose?
Look,
he don't want to fade Ohio State, but he's going to.
But just by the look on his face, that's why I wanted him to go first. The look on his face, I'm real curious which way he's about to go right now.
You know what? Like, I got to be honest with you guys. This is just too many points for me, dude. I have to take Illinois here.
No,
listen to me. And listen, I was wrong last time. Okay, I faded Ohio State when they went on the road against Washington.
Last time you faded Ohio State, you regretted it.
I did regret it. I didn't bet Washington. I couldn't pull the trigger. I didn't do that. But I'm on a podcast. I have to speak my mind, and I have to be able to give a pick on what I truly think is going to happen. And I'm going to take Illinois, getting the touchdown and the hook. And I think the hook is critical here. But I'll take the touchdown and the hook. Listen, what I saw out of Illinois at home against SC after they got their ass handed to them by Indiana was really, really, really intriguing. I mean, encouraging. Okay, because you have to understand. Okay, USC probably has the best receiving corps in the country besides Ohio State. So it's not like Illinois hasn't seen receivers of this caliber before, but they're about to see on Saturday. You know what I mean? They've seen this kind of talent, this kind of speed, this kind of personnel, and a good quarterback. Miles is a good quarterback, right? He's not bad. And I'd probably say at this point, he's probably just as good as Julian Sayin. Okay, and Illinois really should have won that game by multiple scores. I'll be honest with you. They had a goal line fumble, had a couple of turnovers, some bad penalties. Like, they should have won that game by more. They looked really good against USC, okay? Now, USC is not in the same stratosphere as Ohio State, but the way they make up their team, the way they make up their offense is made up is pretty damn similar. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And they did a good job shutting them down. Really, really impressive, okay? So they already have a game plan similar to what they're about to see. They've already prepared a game plan similar for what they're about to see on Saturday with Ohio State, okay? Now, what you're saying is true about Ohio State's defense. I don't really see Illinois scoring all that many points. I think it's a low-scoring game. Total of 49. It's a very low total for college football, guys. You're giving me 2 touchdowns in the hook at home. I'm going to take it here. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Ohio State blows these boys out. I'm not going to bet Illinois. This is not a best bet for me by any means. I'm just telling you guys that Illinois has a game plan for this exact type of offense they're about to see, and they've already executed that game plan. They look great. Like, they should have beat USC by more. They shut that offense down. And for what it's worth, I would say Jaden Mayava plus Jacoby Lane plus Makai Lemon plus all the receivers USC have, I would say is about on par with how good, Julian Sayin is. And, Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, they're better than that. But overall, I just think it's pretty equal in the grand scheme of things. And I saw Illinois go out there and play great. So you're giving me 2 touchdowns in the hook at home. I'm going to take it. I'm not saying they're going to win the game or anything like that. I just think it's going to be close, very low scoring game, maybe like 20-7 or something like that. Just because I was really encouraged with how Illinois played defense against SC. Again, not betting it. Go Buckeyes, of course. But I'm just telling you guys, I think it's going to be a little closer than maybe you guys anticipate.
Tyler, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, there's no way I can fade Ohio State. I can't do that. Can't do that to them. So
I'm glad you don't. And they've covered every game, I think, this season.
Yeah.
Right? Have they not covered every game?
I'll check, but I'm pretty sure they've covered every game. Yeah.
Yeah. They're a wagon.
No, they didn't cover against Ohio.
Really? I thought they did.
Yeah. The spread was 28.5, and the score was 37-9. But yeah, no, I just can't do it. This team is better than the Georgia defense that won the national title. I mean, and that carried Georgia to the national title. This is one of the best defenses I've ever seen in my life. Ohio State, Illinois team total is 16.5. I'll be surprised if Illinois scores 14. I'm all over Ohio State here, and I'm not going to fade them until they give me a reason to fade them. They haven't gave up over 9 points all year. So yeah, I'm all over the Buckeyes here. Let's see. Let's go down here to, I believe, Oklahoma, Texas. Oh, here we got two big games right here. Oklahoma at Texas. The line was 3.5. It's down to 1.5. I believe that line movement is because there are rumors that Mateer is going to try to play here. How healthy is he really? We don't know. Over under 42.5. Tyler, why don't you start this game out for us? What you thinking here in Oklahoma at Texas?
I want to take Oklahoma so bad just because we have praised their defense, and ours just stinks, man. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. Like, ours stinks. This is another great defense. Now they do get them at home. That Texas, huh?
This is neutral site, if I'm not mistaken, right? Red River. It's a neutral site game, or am I tripping?
I don't know.
I'll look it up. Go ahead, Tyler.
No, you're good. Call me crazy, but I think I'm going to lean Texas here. Until I figure out what's going on, I guess, with Oklahoma's quarterback situation with Mateer.
It is played in Dallas.
It's in Dallas?
Yeah.
Dallas, yeah, so, I mean, they'll be packed for both teams either way because Dallas ain't that far from here. I think it's actually closer to us than it may be Austin. No, I think I'm gonna lean Texas here, and I wish that I had this big thorough breakdown of rhyme or reason of why I think we should do so. If anything, the under might be in play here, under 42.5. To be honest with you, now these games are always crazy, so you never really know what's going to happen in these games. This is Arch first Red River, start first game, against a big time opponent. Until I know what's going to happen with Mateer and what quarterback's going to play for Oklahoma, that's going to kind of heavily influence the game for me. So as of right now, I don't know that Mateer's going to play. I know there's a lot of rumors saying he is, but there's nothing been official come out to really make me confident that he's going to. So
the rumor I saw was from a message board, and the dude said, "I'm a student. We were at Chipotle. Mateer was in front of me. I asked him if he's going to play, and he said yes." So that was
my boy John's deep in his back for this one.
Yeah, he's looking hard. Until that kind of gets resolved, then I'll lean Texas. But to be honest with you, I'm probably not going to touch this game either way.
Jose, let me ask you this here. There comes a certain point where a team, where you're either buying high on a team or buying low on a team, right? Is this a chance here to buy low on Texas? Has the line moved a little too much here?
Yeah.
That's my answer. There's my answer right there.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be serious here, guys. This is a big line movement. And really, I mean, when nobody wants to buy, when nobody wants to buy a team, when nobody wants to bet on a team, right? That's probably your indicator. Maybe I should buy low on the squad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't think there's anybody out there in the world right now that wants to bet Texas. And for good reason. They haven't looked good at all. They have not looked good at all. We got to pump the brakes a little bit on this Oklahoma, okay? Because listen, the reason why Texas lost last week against Florida looked great. Lagway looked great, but they ran the ball, and they established the run, utilized the run game, and let Lagway pass off that. Oklahoma cannot run the ball at all. Like they cannot run block. They can't. Like the only reason they have any good rushing stats whatsoever is because of Mateer. He was the only one running the ball consistently for this squad. You take him out of the fray, they can't run. You know what I mean? Texas still has an amazing defense. Like they have an elite defense, one of the best defenses in the country. I know we talked about how good Ohio State is. Texas is just as good, honestly. It's really, really good. A lot of talent on that side of the ball. Okay. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know why. Okay. But this line opened Texas -3. I found that so disrespectful to Oklahoma. I took a step back and I thought to myself, yeah, this is a trap. This is a trap. They want you to bet Oklahoma here. I know this line is coming down because Mateer is going to play. I don't know if he makes it out of this game if he plays. Like, I don't even know if he plays the entire game. You know what I mean? This is going to be a very physical game. I don't really know what version of Mateer I'm going to get. There's too much uncertainty to bet Oklahoma in this game, guys. At less than a touchdown, at less than 3, I feel like you have no choice but to bet Texas here, man.
Yeah.
I really do. You have to buy low on the squad. There's still a lot of talent here. I don't know how Archer's going to do it because this is a damn good defense. Oklahoma has a great defense as well. But from you look at a pure roster perspective, personnel and talent, Texas just has more overall talent than Oklahoma does. And that's not debatable. They just have better players. You know what I mean? So, look, I'll be honest. I don't know how they're going to do it. I wish I could sit here and give you guys some really good reason.
That's exactly how I feel too.
I can't find one. All I'm telling you is I feel so confident in this pick. I'm telling you right now, they will find a way to win this game because that's how this stuff works. I've been around for 10 years. John and I, you know, like when we all know, like when nobody wants to bet a team, at least in my opinion, that's when you should bet on them because for some, they're going to figure it out. That's all I can tell you guys. They're going to figure it out. But just know this is a best bet for me. I will have significant money on Texas. If this thing gets to a pick, if Texas somehow goes to a dog, which I highly doubt they will, but if they do, believe me, I will have a large amount of money on Texas to win this game. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me what Archer's going to do, but they will win this game. But this Texas defense is legit, guys. Don't forget that. This is a really good defense. And if Mateer plays, you know, they're going to have him in a blender. And if it's Hawkins, I really don't like his game at all, to be honest with you guys. I really think he struggles if it's him. So if it's Hawkins, this line shouldn't be 1.5. This thing should be like 4 or 5, to be honest with you.
Yeah. These games are usually tight. They're fun to watch. I don't have a play on it. I'll go horns down for now, just because I was on Oklahoma at the beginning of the year. I think this will be John Mateer's legacy game right here. He's going to come back, win this game, and Arch is going to be gone, playing for Hawaii next year. But, give me Oklahoma. I'm not going to bet it. I just lean them. I think it's going to be a great game. Now, a game that's going to be even better, though, and I know one that Jose's itching to talk about, his boy, Kurt Sig, going on to face up the cocaine man, Dan Lanning, in Oregon.
Yeah, for real.
This line opened 10.5. We're down to 7.5. Oregon at home, tough to beat. I'll let you start, Jose. What you thinking here? This game's going to be a fire game.
Fire.
Listen, I am here to tell you guys that this line opening I didn't bet this line when it opened. I'm not going to lie to you, but I don't care. This line opening at 10 was so disrespectful to Kurt Signetti in Indiana.
Yes.
This line had no business opening at 10. Now, I know you're going to sit there and say maybe it's a trap. It's not. This is just pure disrespect on Indiana, okay? It truly is. And it's overhype on Oregon.
Yeah.
Because what did Oregon done this year? Who have they beat? Yeah, they beat Penn State. Guess what? Penn State just lost to UCLA. Is that win aging well? Because UCLA handled Penn State a lot easier than what Oregon just did. Oregon had to go to overtime. UCLA beat them in regulation. You know what I mean? Now, of course, Oregon is better than UCLA. But the point that I'm trying to make is that was their big win on the season. Did not age well. Does not look good now. You know what I mean? And besides that, who has Oregon really beat? Dante Moore played fine in that game against Penn State. He didn't play amazing. I didn't walk away thinking to myself, like, man, Dante Moore's a dog. He's the Heisman leader. He's he played good. He played okay. The running backs played well. It was just a solid game, but I did not walk away to myself thinking at any point, like, wow, this was a really, really good, one of these guys really stood out. Great performance. Now, what I will say is that Oregon's defensive line and their offensive line as well really handled themselves well in that game against Penn State. And I'll give them credit for that. Their offensive line, defensive line is good. It's one of the best in the country, right? So I'll give them their flowers from that perspective. But besides that, I don't see any significant matchup edge that Oregon has over Indiana. In fact, I would go as far as saying that Indiana actually has the edge on some key positions, right? I think the receivers for Indiana are just as good as Oregon's. I think the quarterback is probably as good as Oregon's. In fact, I would probably take Mendoza over Dante Moore right now, right? And the coach is just as good as Oregon's. I'm not sold on Dan Lanning. I know he just beat Penn State, but for the most part, in big games, he kind of comes up short. A lot of variance in this game, too, because Dan Lanning likes to go for on fourth down. So does Kurt Signetti, okay? These guys are very aggressive coaches. So just know that this game could be decided on fourth downs depending on where they're at in the field. A lot of high variance in this situation. You're giving me 7 points with Indiana. I think if this line's close to 7, by the way, I would still take 7. I'll take it. I know Indiana has like this stigma about them that they struggle against great teams, and which is true. But keep in mind, we said it multiple times before, the teams they lost to last year played for the national championship, guys. Besides that, they've handled everybody else, or at least they've shown up and looked decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They played against a good Illinois team. Illinois is not terrible. I know we don't like them, but they're not horrible. That was a good team, and they dismantled them, right? They looked amazing. This is the same Illinois team that went out and beat USC the following week. So give me Indiana here getting 7 points. That line of 10 was disrespectful. I'm sorry. You cannot put that line out there. Even if you like Oregon, you can't bet Oregon minus 10 against Indiana. There's a reason why this line immediately came crashing down to +7. I like Indiana. I'll take them outright. I think +235 is fine. I respect Oregon and what they do. I respect their home field advantage, but it's not enough for me. Give me Cincinnati. I'm sure he'll cook something up here. And again, I guess we'll find out how good Oregon really is in this game. A lot of question marks still, in my opinion. Give me the Hoosiers.
Yeah. So normally on Sunday morning, late Saturday night, I hop on FanDuel because they usually drop lines first. When I saw 10.5, I was like, "What in the world? This is way too much." I'm in total agreement with Jose here. Indiana's a really good team. I do think they have the edge at quarterback with Mendoza. I think they might even have the edge on the defensive side of the ball here. I like Indiana. I would play them down to 4.5. I think this is a close game. I do think it's going to be tough to win in Oregon, but I would not doubt Curt Cignetti in this situation. I just think they are a much better team than 7.5, 10.5, whatever you want to say. This should be a great game. Give me the Hoosiers as well.
I'm jacked for this game, by the way. I cannot wait to watch this one, man. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm going out to the
fired.
field with Indiana. Like I am jacked to watch this. This one should have been the primetime game.
Yeah. Tyler?
Yeah. I mean, I got to ride Indiana as well. They've given me no reason not to. And for all the reasons, that Jose kind of touched on, so I'm not going to repeat it. But Penn State.
This will probably be one of our best bets.
Yeah. Penn State made it a game, figure some stuff out on offense. It was low-key kind of torturing Oregon there towards the end of the game. So, Indiana, they're a great football team. They're going to play to run the score up. They're going to try to score as many points as possible. There's no reason with the hook, especially. I feel like you got to take Indiana here.
I am jacked for this game, dude.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Let's move on here to I believe the next one is going to be Tennessee, Arkansas. Yeah. Tennessee minus 12.5 playing Arkansas in Knoxville. I'm on Tennessee here. I like Tennessee a lot. Jermod McCoy's supposed to come back, play corner this game. Both teams are coming off a bye. I know Tennessee, this is very look ahead spot here. They've got Alabama coming up. But I think this is a revenge game for Tennessee from last year, losing in Arkansas. I really like how Tennessee's looked on both sides of the ball this year. They have played against Taylor Green before. They know his tendencies. I think that Josh Heupel is a great coach. He's going to adjust here. I do expect Arkansas to kind of have that UCLA effect that they did last week against Penn State. Sam Pittman's gone now. I do think they're going to play hard for Petrino, right? Right, Big T?
Yeah.
I do think they're going to play hard for him. But I think it's just going to be too much. I have Tennessee right at 14. I wouldn't take anything above 14 here. I do like Tennessee, though, at home, getting 14. I think this is a revenge game. Coming off by Jermod McCoy, they've waited till he's fully healthy. He's going to be back. I think Tennessee forces a couple turnovers and just the offense will be too much here. So give me the Vols minus 12.5. Tyler, what you got on this game? How you feeling about Arkansas going into Knoxville?
There's no way I can back this Arkansas team anymore. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. No, I can't, dude. I just can't do it. There's just no way. We got rid of every, coordinator on the defensive side of the ball, which, it's good, I guess, because we have one of the worst defenses in the country. So it's completely, different coaching staff. As far as some of the coaches are the same, but responsibilities are different. Bobby Petrino's first interim, game. So I guess you can kind of play that angle coming off a bye with Bobby, kind of like you said with the UCLA deal. But that would be the only rhyme or reason that I could give somebody to try and play Arkansas. Other than that, I wouldn't touch it. We stink.
Or Jose? Yeah,
Nothing on the
game?
Nothing on the game, but I thought John would be a little more energetic. I thought he would tell everybody that he's officially came out of the closet and he's no longer an UGA fan and he's officially a Vols fan. We've been saying this for years now on this podcast. For amongst our friend group, we've been saying John's a closeted Vol. He refuses to come out, but it seems like these past few days, I don't know what happened. Maybe he saw the light and he decided it was time to really, release his true self because he is now all Tennessee'd out with Georgia, in with the Vols. I don't know what they did to change his mind because, I mean, they lost to Georgia, but whatever. John, you want to dive into why you decided to finally reveal your true self?
That golf team, remember?
Yeah, I'm just supporting the golf team.
It's just a golf team.
Now listen, when Tennessee beats Alabama next week, I'll paint my face orange and white, fucking dye my hair.
You can do that anyways. You've been doing that anyways.
Shh, don't tell people. Jesus, I have friends that watch this. Go Vols, baby. Let's move on. Florida playing Texas A&M. I don't have anything on this game. I do like Texas A&M a lot. They have one of the best offensive and defensive lines in the country. Marcel Reed has really impressed me here. Florida coming off that big win against Texas, traveling to A&M. I would lean A&M here, but no official play. Tyler, what are you thinking over here against Florida A&M?
I'm on A&M as well. Look, Florida got a big win at home. So I feel like there's a lot of people hyped about this team. But look, this A&M defense is playing like a Mike Elko defense. We really didn't get that last year. I feel like they have drastically improved.
I think he's got his guys now.
I think they have drastically improved on the defense side of the ball. And like you said, Marcel Reed, I was not a fan of his last year at all. But I do think he has really matured and kind of come into his own as a quarterback. They can run the shit out of the ball. So at home, I've been to a home game at A&M. I'm gonna tell you, it's absolutely fucking loud.
It's at night too.
Yeah, it's at night. It's loud as shit. It's rowdy. I mean, this game is gonna be packed, and I think that's gonna mess with Florida a little bit. And the fact that it's at 7.5, that line. I feel like they're trying to get people to take Florida after a big win against Texas by giving them the hook.
Good point.
And I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm on Texas A&M for sure.
Jose?
I'm going to fall for it. I'll take the Gators. No. If Lagway plays like that, I mean, come on. Like he looked amazing last week. Now, I know, again, it was predicated off the run, but he looked really, really good last week, boys. And I just feel like that's too many points for me to pass up on. Additionally, this Florida defense is probably one of the best kept secrets in the country. This defense has kept them in the game every single week. Mm-hmm. They are like one of the better defenses in the country. So, yeah, I'll just take Florida on those for those reasons here. I probably won't bet this game, but for here, I'll back the Gators again. I'm just going with Lagway because that's the Lagway I expected. But this Florida defense is good regardless of whether or not what their offense looks like. So
they are.
Yeah. I know we got one more game here, a couple more here. Georgia's playing Auburn. Georgia traveling on the road to Auburn. I think this is gonna be a close game. I've not been impressed with Georgia on the defensive side of the ball. This is not a Kirby Smart defense, especially in the secondary. We forced one turnover all year, and it was last week against Kentucky. Over under 45.5. The offense is okay. I think they found something with Bowens at running back here. They're starting to get Branch involved a little bit more, which is nice to see. Stockton's still using his legs. Had a rushing touchdown last week. Yeah, they played really well last week against Kentucky, but traveling to Auburn here, it's an SEC game. I think Georgia wins this game. I think probably by a field goal. You guys got anything on this game real quick?
Yeah, these lines kind of stink, no?
Yeah.
There's a lot of hooks that they're giving people.
Yeah,
they sure are.
This week. And I feel like they're trying to get people to fall for it. And they're probably going to get me a couple times.
The thing here, too, by the way, is Auburn's offensive line is god-awful. Me and Brian, he messaged me and asked about it this week, and it seems like the focus for Auburn here has been to go get every possible good skill position player they can and not focus on the line. And it's what's really hurting this team is the offensive and defensive line, in my opinion, but mainly the offensive line. And maybe Jackson Arnold is just not as good as people think he is. But yeah.
Well, they do have the best skill position player though in this game, and that's Cam Coleman.
Yeah,
Yes,
they do.
definitely, for
Absolute
sure. Yes.
Like he is a dog, and he is probably the best receiver in the SEC. Yeah, I'm gonna take Auburn in the hook, guys.
I think it's a good play.
I really just am not high on this Georgia team. Honestly, I've talked about it before. Like, I don't think this is the Georgia team we think of the past few years. I think the talent is down. The NFL players I have on this roster is down. I do like Kirby. I do like the running back John was talking about, Bowens. But other than that, I'm not like super impressed any other position. Yeah. Defense is still good, but Auburn's defense is also pretty decent, I guess. I'll just take the 3.5 at home here. This is a game that Hugh Freeze kind of has to have, boys. I mean, his seat is getting kind of hot.
Oh yeah,
great opportunity here.
Yeah,
like his seat is starting. It's starting to warm up. You know, if you pay attention to those message boards, listen, he has to have this one. So, you know, I'm sure he'll throw the kitchen sink at Georgia here. I think they're off a bye too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are.
So great opportunity here. I'll take Auburn in the hook. And again, I didn't have the best player in the game. Cam Coleman.
Jose made a good point there. Auburn is coming off the bye, and there are some pretty solid rumors that Hugh Freeze has to have this, or he might be gone. Yeah, I think Georgia's going to struggle in the secondary. Tyler, you got anything on this game?
Lean Auburn, but no play for me. This is probably going to be a sit back and watch game for me.
Mm-hmm. And then the last game of the night that we're going to cover here, I believe, is Michigan traveling to USC. I'm on USC at -1.5. It's moved to 2.5. But Jose, I'm going to kind of let you do this one as well. This is your USC team. What should we expect in this game from USC and Michigan?
As of right now, I plan on being at this game. I'm not sure if I'm going to go or not, but I do have a ticket available to me, and I plan on going as of right now. Listen, I am not looking forward to this matchup for SC, and I'll tell you why. Because Michigan does one thing really well, and that's run the ball, especially if Underwood is running the ball. And SC has shown me the past couple years that they are not strong enough, they are not talented enough to line up and play that kind of that brand of football. You know, they can do it for 2 quarters, they can do it for 3, they can't do it for 4. And eventually, playing that kind of football, that bruising football, will get to this team. So if Michigan stays with the run, I expect them to probably come out of here with the win, guys. Now, this line has been seeing a lot of action. Once this thing hits 3, there's been some significant buyback on Michigan. So if you see 3 pop up on your window and you want Michigan, you better get there quick, because it's going to come back down to 2.5. It's kind of been going back and forth that all week, really, or at least the first couple of days of the week. Listen, I really think that USC's offense is primed here. I think they were on a bye last week, right? The offense is great. They should be getting Jacoby Lane back. He didn't play. He hasn't played the last couple games. He is one of the best receivers in the country. He should be close to 100% now. Him and Makai Lemon, by the way, if anybody doesn't know who this guy is, he's an absolute dog. Like, he may be one of the best receivers I've ever seen at USC. And USC has a lot of good receivers that I've seen growing up. He may be one of the best ones. He is so good. He's a problem. You pair him with Jacoby Lane, that's a big problem for Michigan's defense. Okay, Mayaba kind of taking a step back. I think at one point he was the Heisman favorite, not anymore. But again, I do expect him to turn it around. Lincoln Riley with a bye week game plan for Michigan, a game that USC has to have. Like, we've been talking about all day about all podcasts about games that certain teams need to have. SC has to have this game, dude. And to be fair, Michigan does as well. But I just think that for where the programs are at right now, like, USC is designed to win now. Michigan, maybe you have another year or 2 before you're ready to go, right? SC has to win this game. They have to win this game. Now, it's a sold-out Coliseum. Should be really loud. One of the louder atmospheres I'm sure USC is going to have all season. Big game for them. Big game for the city, really. Michigan coming to town is a big deal. A lot of people talking about it. But with the healthy receivers they get back, also the offensive linemen they get back. They had a lot of offensive line injuries against Illinois that really showed up. They get a lot of their offensive linemen back. Elijah Page, one of their best offensive linemen. He's practicing. He should play this week. They get a lot of key guys back from injury overall. Eric Gentry on the defense. He's a dog. Maybe he'll make a play or 2. Big 6'7" linebacker, always sticks his nose in the play. I'll take SC here, -2.5, but they have to play with the lead. Like, it's imperative that SC starts with a lead. If they don't, if Michigan's able to play their style of football and run the ball and be consistent with that, yeah, they're gonna win this game. But if SC can start out quick, start off hot, and make Michigan play from behind, I think SC has enough in the tank to walk out of here with the dub. So I'll take SC. Like I said, I'll be there. Maybe a little biased, of course. It just, like, that first quarter is so important. If SC jumps with the lead, they should be good. If not, yeah, it's probably going to be a Michigan day. That first quarter would tell me a lot.
Yep. I'm gonna piggyback off of you here real quick. I think you make some great points. I love SC in this spot. It's one of my favorite plays of the week. I think that they are going to they have to, and they are going to make Michigan kind of play that keep up type of ball here instead of just running and wearing down SC. Listen, SC is one of the best passing teams in the country statistically, and Michigan, their defense is good at stopping the run. They're not as good at stopping the pass. I think SC's offense is really going to roll here. They're going to play good off a bye at home. Defensively, they are one of the better teams actually in the red zone and stopping red zones, and that will be key here. They're going to have to hold Michigan to some field goals, even if they run the ball down their throat. But yeah, I think SC, if they can get in front, and I do expect them to make Michigan play keep up ball, they're going to win this game. I like SC up to 4.5 here. But one of my outside of Ohio State, I love SC. This is one of the first bets I placed. Tyler, what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to lean SC with you here. No official play for me as of right now. And the one thing that I guess is kind of concerning for me is something Jose mentioned about earlier is just kind of the brand of football that Michigan plays. That smash mouth, run the ball football. And if they can control the clock and keep USC off the field and still get some points, get a stop here and there, I think they'll be in a decent position to win this game. Now, I'm not saying they will, but I'm kind of flip-flopping back and forth on this one just because of how high-powered USC's offense is and just the different brands of football. And like you said, if Michigan will be able to keep up. So for now, I'll lean SC. I'll play it later in the week, but I don't feel strong with it right now.
Okay. I really can't stress like how much this is like a draw a line in the sand type of game for SC. Like they just have to have this one, dude. They have to have it, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna wrap up our breakdowns for week 7 here. We're gonna hand some personal bets out for you. We'll post our best bets on Reddit, X, and our action, _Boulevard. That's where our best bets will be. These are our personal bets here. I'll go ahead and go first. I usually have a few more. I'm a volume player, so just hang with me here. I'm on Missouri State Wednesday night for a small play. I do like East Carolina +7 on Thursday night playing Tulane. Bigger play, I do like North Texas here at home playing South Florida. Biggest play of the week for me is Ohio State. I'd play them up to 21. I like Tennessee a lot. I like SC a lot. 2 other plays that we didn't talk about here for me are I'm on Northwestern playing Penn State. This is either Penn State's going to beat the shit out of them or Northwestern's going to hang close. It's going to be one of the two. And I think Northwestern's going to hang close here. Penn State has not proven anything to me. Their strength of schedule is awful. They have not looked that good at all this year. So, yeah, I like Northwestern here to hang around with Penn State. But if they don't, Penn State's going to win like 70-0. So just be prepared. But I am on Northwestern here to hang. Listen, I wasn't going to take them this week. It got a little too high for me. But the one right here in the middle of the screen, I'm on Kansas, man, 14.5. Playing Texas Tech. I don't love it, but I'm on it. It's my smallest play of the week. I thought once it got to 14.5, I thought it was a little too much.
I want to go bet Kansas every week.
I didn't take them last week, and they covered. Listen, Texas Tech's the real deal, offensively and defensively.
Yes.
I'm a little worried about Texas Tech's offense shredding Kansas here. I do think Kansas has a good enough offense to hang within the 2 touchdowns, maybe get a backdoor or something. But it's a little trappy here, kind of like Tyler was talking about with that +5. It's kind of like they're wanting you to take Kansas. But yeah, I'm on Kansas as well. And my dog of the week is going to be Wisconsin at home, Camp Randall, baby. Give me Wisconsin on the money line. Playing Iowa. Gronowski goes down. Iowa already doesn't have any offense except through him. Their defense is good. Listen, Wisconsin's played some really, really tough teams, and they've hung in there. They haven't won the games. Haven't even covered some of these games. Iowa, I'm pretty down on Iowa, especially with Gronowski going down now. Sounds like he's going to be out for a few weeks. Their backup's absolutely awful. I think Wisconsin's got a good enough defense to hang around here and win this game at home. This is a big game for Wisconsin. Luke Fickell. I think he's got to get a game. He's got to get a win here. He's got to get a win. So give me Wisconsin on the money line. That's my dog of the week.
Wow. Northwestern, huh?
Yeah, Jose, what you got this week?
Friday night, North Texas Mean Green, +1.5, +1 money line, whatever you want to do. That's going to be game of the week for me. I cannot wait to watch that one. So excited. But I also want to say real quickly that total, like John said, is 67.5. This is a great opportunity to live bet. Like, there's going to be a lot of points here. You have great opportunity to get one of these teams with multiple points on the board once one of them goes up. Missouri against Bama, give me the +3. Indiana +7 against Oregon. Indiana money line +250. That's my money line dog outright. Signetti in Outson. Texas -1.5 ish. If this thing gets to a pick, just know it'll be like probably my biggest play of the season on the Horns. Auburn +3.5 at home. And there's one more I think I had written down right here that I'm looking to bet.
SC
-2.5. Although it's going to be small, and that's only if I go to the game because I'll be there. But yeah, those are my plays this week. Texas is the one I'm looking to bet the most on. I'll be honest with you guys. And North Texas. Shout out to the state of Texas this week.
Yeah, good week.
Yeah.
Tyler, what you got this week for us?
North Texas, I will for sure be on that game. I'm sure it's going to be a best bet from us. I think we're all three going to be on it. I haven't bet it yet, but I'll be looking to bet Ohio State in that game. I think I'm actually going to take Oklahoma State at home against Houston this week.
Wow.
That is some big balls play from Tyler.
Northwestern or Oklahoma State? Which one's bigger?
Yeah, we have some. I'll tell you what, you guys are putting your nuts on the table on these ones, guys. Those are some plays.
Hey,
listen, Tyler,
I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but you can put your nuts on the table when you're 49-23 or something.
You know what?
My boy Jose's on one too. I don't know what you're like 35-11 or something.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm doing good so far.
Sorry, Tyler. Go ahead. Oklahoma State.
No, you're good. Oklahoma State +14.5 at home. Look, I know this team has not been very good. I'll be honest with you, but they have gotten, in my opinion, significantly better since Gundy's been fired. Their offense has been playing a little bit better. And be honest with you, I'm not completely sold on.
I think we're having some technical difficulties.
I don't think you can throw worse. Huh?
You cut out there for a minute.
You cut out for a minute, Tyler. Try it now.
Okay. I'm not a Connor Wegman fan. I don't think he can throw the ball worth shit. He's a good runner, and I think they're a very good running offensive team. But I'm just not. Am a huge fan of his, and then on the road getting the hook at home, it may be a trap, may have trap written all over it, but I think that's too big of a number, so I think I'm gonna take Oklahoma State at home. And that one, I will be on Indiana as well, and then I haven't decided if I'm gonna bet the USC Michigan game, and then Texas. Texas will be the other team that I'm on this week.
Who's your dog this week?
Oof.
Don't say Oklahoma State.
Huh?
I said don't say Oklahoma State.
I'm not going to go Oklahoma State. There was one that I haven't made my mind up on, and I didn't mention it, in this podcast because I haven't fully committed to it yet, so I didn't want to give it out, but I think I'm going to give it out anyway. There was a game I was looking at. Let me get the line pulled up here. Oregon State at home.
Oh, yeah, you told me, yeah.
Against Wake Forest. That's going to be my dog for the week. And I'm probably going to be on Oregon State as well. Look, they got to get one at some point. And they have been playing better ball. They have been playing some better ball. And then, we talked about that cross-country road trip. I know the Duke-Cal game, was kind of the outlier for that. But I don't think, Wake Forest is on that level of team to be able to travel the country and get this dub. So I think I'm going to be going with Oregon State on that one.
Yeah, Oregon State, they played two really close games the last 2 weeks.
They have.
Two things on my mind real quick. I almost took Oklahoma State too.
Wow.
Until
you know what? I'll take it. I'll bet it. If you guys bet it, I'll bet it. You bet it, I'll put it on the board.
Some of their players opted out, and their quarterback too is done. So they were like down to one quarterback. So I didn't take it, but I almost took it too. And then I was going to ask you, Jose, real quick. Why did Malik Murphy go to Oregon State and not stay at Duke? What was that a force? Was he kind of forced to leave, or did he want to leave, or what? Because I was confused.
Yeah,
Do you
it was
know?
essentially it was more of a forced leave. Like they were in the market for a quarterback. Like Malik Murphy, for the most part, is not that good.
Yeah.
Like last year at Duke, they won in spite of him, right? It was like they upgraded significantly with Mensa from Tulane. They were in the market for a quarterback. The number that Murphy wanted was not close to what Duke was willing to give him. He jumped in the portal. Oregon State met his number. Pretty straightforward there. But Duke wanted a better quarterback, and they essentially told Murphy he's got to kick rocks.
Yeah. Okay. Because I also looked at that Wake Forest Oregon State game, and I had Appalachian State last week when they were playing Oregon State and won, and I was just curious what happened to Malik Murphy. But yeah. So that's gonna wrap it up for this week. We'll have our best bets over on Action, on Reddit, on X. A lot of games this week. So turn on notifications. Stay posted. Go follow us. All the links are in the YouTube bio. But yeah, listen, we're hot. We hope to stay hot. College basketball is coming. Me and Jose have we are planning a little college basketball preview show for you guys. My boy Big T is going to do a little Bassmasters Classic preview show.
Hey. Really quick. I just want to put this out there that some of these teams this week are going to be playing their 7th game of the season, which means they're over halfway done with their season.
Yeah.
We wait all year for this thing to come back, and this thing just flies by, guys. This is a great card this weekend, a great slate of games. Yeah. Just sit back, enjoy the games, watch them, bet them, just have fun with it, okay? No matter what's going on in your life, if you're watching this podcast, I'm sure you're watching this because you love the sport of college football. You love to gamble on it. Just enjoy this weekend because this thing truly does fly by. And like I said, some of these teams are over halfway done. So really, really great schedule this weekend. Just watch the games and enjoy them.
Yeah,
this is what we live for. I was
thinking about that too, because I was like, man, it's week 7. We're halfway through.
Yeah.
And what kind of triggers it for me, and I know I talk about it a lot, and I'm sorry, but is when college basketball exhibitions start is when I'm kind of like, damn, like my time is coming. But I've enjoyed college football this year. It's been a lot of fun. We've been doing real well. But yeah, enjoy it. We're halfway through the year, which is wild. But yeah, go follow us. We'll have our best bets posted maybe tonight or tomorrow. We're in agreement on a lot of picks here. But yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Give us a like, thumbs up, shout us out, share us to your friends. We'll be back next week, I believe, probably on Wednesday. Tyler might be out of town, but we'll see. We might try to work around it, get him in. We'll see. But yeah, we'll be back next week on Wednesday. We appreciate y'all. Enjoy the week, and thanks for tuning in.